thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. I know you want to watch the video. Before I get into the content, I'm going to talk about my nonprofit, the Accelerated Training Program, a cybersecurity and digital literacy nonprofit based in Charlotte, North Carolina. We are looking to provide accessible cybersecurity education and digital literacy skills to underrepresented groups from the K through 12 space right now, but we have on our roadmap collegiate, elderly populations, etc. Pretty much anyone from an underrepresented group. We want them to get cybersecurity education and digital literacy skills to bring them into the ever increasing digital world that we live in now. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, we do have a donate button if you would like to donate monetarily. We're always accepting donations. If you would like to volunteer your time, we have a volunteer tab where we're looking for workshop volunteers. Currently, we have 1 month workshops, but we're looking to expand that in 2024. Board members, advisory board members, and a grant writer. So if you're a grant writer, if you have experience in grant writing and also winning grants, we would definitely love to have you on our team. To be considered, please complete the volunteer form here, which is a link that will navigate you to a Google form. And again, we're a cybersecurity digital literacy nonprofit, and we would love to work with you if that is your passion as well. Thank you. Have a good day. And now the video is going to start. Hello, and welcome to another Advent of Cyber video. Today, we're going to do day 13, intrusion detection to the pots through the walls. So let me start the machine, and I'm going to start the attack box. Okay. The proposed merger and suspicious activities have kept all teams busy and engaged, so that the Best Festival Company systems are safeguarded in the future against malicious attacks. McSkitty assigns the B team, led by McHoneybell, to research and investigate mitigation and proactive security. The team's efforts will be channeled into the company's defensive security process. You are part of the team, a security researcher tasked with gathering information on defense and mitigation efforts. Okay, so in today's task, we will learn how to understand incident analysis through the Diamond model, identify defensive strategies that can be applied to the Diamond model, learn to set up firewall rules and a honeypot as defense strategies. So for this room, we're going to need the attack box, the VM, and we have creds. Okay, so once everything loads, we're going to use SSH to get into Van Twinkle. So let's do the introduction. Intrusion detection and prevention is a critical component of cybersecurity aimed at identifying and mitigating threats. When set up early, intrusion detection becomes a proactive security measure. However, in our story, the Best Festival Company has to develop ways to improve their security given the magnitude of the recent breaches. In this epic task, we'll embark on a thrilling journey through fundamental concepts, detection strategies, and the application of the Diamond model of intrusion analysis and defensive security. Incident analysis. Consider the cyber threat events that have recently taken place within the Best Festival Company and the crafts. We have identified clues and artifacts, but we're yet to piece them together to lead us to the attacker. We need a framework to profile the attacker, understand their moves, and help us strengthen our defenses. The Diamond model is a security analysis framework that seasoned professionals use to unravel the mysteries of adversary operations and identify the elements used in an intrusion. Okay. It compromises it comprises, excuse me, four core facets interconnected to form a well orchestrated blueprint of the attacker's plan: adversary, victim, infrastructure, and capability. Okay, so first let's SSH. Twinkle star. Okay, so now we're in. Okay. Adversary. Oh, excuse me. We'll will the knowledge we gained from the previous days of Advent of Cyber to unlock the secrets hidden within these core features. Adversary. In our exciting storyline, we have discovered a suspected insider threat causing trouble within the Best Festival Company and interfering with the proposed merger with the Crafts. This individual, who we'll call the adversary operator, is not just an ordinary troublemaker. They are the clever attackers or malicious threat actors responsible for cyber attacks or intrusions. Operators can be an individual or an entire organization aiming to disrupt the operations of another. That's not the only type of adversary. The adversary customer is another intriguing player in this grand scheme. They are the one who reaps the rewards from the cyber attack and can consolidate the efforts of various adversary operators. Picture this: a collection of adversaries working together to orchestrate widespread security breaches, just like the enigmatic Advanced Persistent Threat or APT groups. So, the victim. This is none other than the target of the adversary's wicked intentions. It can be a single individual or domain or an entire organization with multiple network and data assets. The Best Festival Company finds itself at the mercy of these adversaries, and we must shield them from further harm. Infrastructure. Every adversary needs tools. They require software or hardware to execute their malicious objectives. Infrastructure represents the physical and logical interconnections that an adversary employs. Our story takes an interesting twist as we uncover the USB drive that Tracy McGreedy cunningly plugged in, disrupting Santa's meticulously crafted plans. But beware, adversarial infrastructure can be owned and controlled by adversaries or even intermediaries like service providers. Capability. What capabilities these adversaries have, what skills, tools, and techniques they employ. Here we shine a light on the tactics, techniques, and procedures that, or TTPs, that shape adversaries' devious endeavors. Intruders or adversaries may employ various tactics, techniques, and procedures for malicious activities. Some of these examples include phishing. Adversaries may use deceptive emails or messaging to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. Exploiting vulnerabilities. Adversaries can exploit weaknesses or vulnerabilities in software systems or networks to gain unauthorized access or perform malicious actions. This was very well showcased on Event of Cyber Day 10, where we covered SQL injection as one of the techniques used. Social engineering. This involves manipulating individuals through um, psychological tactics to gain unauthorized access or obtain confidential information. Malware attacks. Adversaries may deploy malicious software such as viruses, worms, or ransomware to gain control over systems or steal data. Insider threat. This refers to individuals within an organization who misuse their access privileges to compromise systems, steal data, or disrupt operations. Denial of service or DOS attacks. Adversaries may overwhelm a target system or network with excessive traffic or requests, causing it to become unresponsive or crash. So, the defensive diamond model. But fear not, for we shall not be mere observers in this cosmic battle. We will harness the power of the Diamond Model's components, particularly capability and infrastructure, for our defensive endeavors. We will forge the Best Festival Company into a formidable defender, no longer a hapless victim. Defensive capability. It is said that defense is the best offense. In the quest for protection against adversaries, the Best Festival Company must equip itself with powerful defensive capabilities. Two key elements of this are threat hunting and vulnerability management. Threat hunting is a proactive and iterative process led by skilled security professionals to actively search for signs of malicious activities or security weaknesses within the organization's network and systems. Organizations can detect adversaries early in their attack lifecycle by conducting regular threat hunts. Threat hunters analyze behavioral patterns, identify advanced threats, and improve incident response. Developing predefined hunting playbooks and fostering collaboration among teams ensures a systemic and efficient approach to threat hunting. Vulnerability management is a structured process of identifying, assessing, prioritizing, mitigating, and monitoring vulnerabilities in an organization's system and applications. Regular vulnerability scanning helps identify weaknesses that adversaries could exploit. Prioritization vulnerabilities based on their severity and potential impact, promptly patching or remediating vulnerabilities, and maintaining an up to date asset inventory is essential. Continuous monitoring integration with threat intelligence feeds and periodic penetration testing further strengthen the organization's security posture. Meanwhile, reporting and accountability provide visibility into security efforts. By integrating threat hunting and vulnerability management, organizations can proactively defend against adversaries, detect threats early, and reduce the attack surface. These defensive capabilities form a solid foundation for incident response and ensuring the best possible defense for the best festival company. Defensive infrastructure. The best festival company will construct their bastion of defense, fortified with tools and infrastructure to repel cyber attacks. Layer upon layer of hardware and software will be deployed, ranging from intrusion defense and prevention systems to robust anti malware solutions. The objective is to impede attackers by limiting their options to predetermined paths and disrupting their malicious actions with increased noise. This strategy serves as a deterrent to the attacker, making it more difficult for them to carry out their intended activities and providing an opportunity for detection and response. By implementing this approach, organizations can strengthen their cybersecurity posture and reduce the risk of successful attacks. In this section, we'll guide Van Twinkle on her quest to understand two essential components of defense infrastructure: mighty firewalls and cunning honeypots. A firewall. The mighty firewall is a guardian of networks and a centennial of cybersecurity. This network security device stands vigilant, monitoring and controlling the ebb and flow of incoming and outgoing network traffic. With its predetermined security rules, a firewall can repel a wide range of threats, from unauthorized access to malicious traffic and even attempts to breach sensitive data. Firewalls come in many forms, including hardware, software, or a combination. Their presence is vital, a cornerstone of any cybersecurity defense strategy. The following are the common types of firewalls that exist. Stateless packet filtering. The firewall provides the most straightforward functionality by inspecting and filtering individual network packets based on a set of rules that will point to a source or destination IP address. Ports and protocols. The firewall doesn't consider any context of each connection when making decisions and effectively blocks denial of service attacks and port scans. Stateful inspection. This firewall is more sophisticated. It is used to track the state of network connections and uses information to make filtering decisions. For example, if a packet being channeled to the network is part of an established connection, the stateful firewall will let it pass through. However, the packet will be blocked if it is not part of an established connection. Proxy service. This firewall protects the network by filtering messages at the application layer, providing deep packet inspection and more granular control over traffic content. The firewall can block access to certain websites or block the transmission of specific types of files. Web Application Firewall, or WAF. This firewall is designed to protect web applications. WAFs block common web attacks such as SQL injection, cross site scripting, and denial of service attacks. Next generation firewall. This firewall combines the functionalities of the stateless, stateful, and proxy firewalls with features such as intrusion detection and prevention and content filtering. For the remainder of the task, we shall focus on one application of a stateful inspection firewall in the form of the uncomplicated firewall, or UFW. Okay, so I think we can start answering some of these questions. So, diamond model. Okay, What defense capability is used to actively search for signs of malicious activity? Threat hunting. Threat hunting. Okay. What are our main two infrastructure focuses? So we're focused on firewalls and honeypots. Firewalls and honeypots. Yep. Okay. What firewall command is used to block traffic? So we are looking at uncomplicated firewall rules. Okay. Van Twinkle knows that the uncomplicated firewall is the default firewall configuration tool available on Ubuntu hosts, and she decides to use it for this experiment. Initially, it's turned off by default, so we can check the status by running the command below. So we're going to say sudo ufw status. Maybe I should have Twinkle Star. Is that what it is? Yes. Twinkle Star. Okay, so it's inactive. Let me copy this because I'm probably going to need it. Okay. We don't currently have any rules, so we can define default rules to block or allow or block traffic. These can be set to deny all incoming connections and allow outgoing connections. So, okay, so let's say sudo ufw default. Okay, if I can spell. Allow outgoing. Okay, sudo ufw default deny incoming. Okay. Additionally, we can add, modify, and delete rules by specifying an IP address, port number, service name, or protocol. In this example, we can add a rule to allow legitimate incoming connections to port 22, which is SSH, which would allow connectivity via SSH. We should get two confirmation messages indicating that the rule has been implemented for IP version 4 and version 6. So if we say sudo ufw allow 22 TCP. So SSH is on port 22 for TCP, Transfer Control Protocol. Okay, so we see. Okay. Firewall rules can get more complicated, incorporating specific IP addresses, subnets, or even specific network interfaces. So if we say sudo ufw deny from 192.168.100.25, so that's saying deny all traffic from this IP address. So if we say sudo ufw deny in on ETH0 from 192.168.100.26. So what we're saying is deny on ETH0 from the IP address. Once we have added our rules, we can enable the service and check the rule set. Okay, so now let's enable. Yes. Okay. Oh. Okay. So port 22, we allow from anywhere. If we have the anywhere deny. Okay. Did I? Okay. So allow v version 6. So deny in anywhere and then deny on ETH0. Okay, what happens if the rules are incorrectly configured? We can reset the firewall and revert to its default state and be able to configure the rules fresh. Okay. So now let's. So we did that. At this point, Van Tweakle has a deeper understanding of how to set up and configure firewall rules to help McHoneybill implement Santa's defenses. So deny. Okay. Now let's go to the honeypot. This is another intriguing piece of infrastructure in the world of defense security. Picture a trap laid for the attackers, a mirage of vulnerability tempting them away from the true treasures. Behold the honeypot. A honeypot is a cybersecurity mechanism, a masterful deception. It presents itself as an alluring target to the adversaries, drawing them away from the true prizes. Honeypots come in various forms: software applications, servers, or entire networks. They are designed to mimic legitimate targets, yet they are under the watchful control of the defender. For the best festival company, envision a honeypot masquerading as Santa's website, a perfect replica of the real one. Honeypots can be classified into two main types: low interaction. These honeypots artfully mimic simple systems like web servers or databases. They gather intelligence on attacker behavior and detect new attack techniques. High interaction. These honeypots take deception to new heights, emulating complex systems like operating systems and networks. They collect meticulous details on attacker behavior and study their techniques to exploit vulnerabilities. To demonstrate how to set up a honeypot, we'll use a tool called PinTbox, which has already been installed on the VM under. So, let me. So, ls. Okay. 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 So, .rb is Ruby. So, we're going to say sudo Pinty. So what this is saying is run as root, and we're gonna start the PNT box. Okay. So and select two for network tools. Okay. Okay. And then followed by three for a honeypot. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, when we select the option to set up the honeypot, we can choose to set up an auto configuration or a manual. The manual configuration offers more options to allocate which port to open and a custom message for the honeypot to display. Accompanying these options, log data will be collected and displayed on the terminal for every intrusion encountered. With the active honeypot, we can attempt to connect to the VM by navigating to the attack box browser. You should see the custom message crafted from the honeypot. Once connected, the intrusion will trigger an alert on the honeypot and a log will be created showing the attacker IP port. Okay, so we're going to say 2 and we're going to say 8080. Okay. Okay, what is 10, 10, 127, 158, 80, 80. Okay. So what message do I want to say? Santa has gone fishing. Have fun at the North Pole. Yes. Yes. No. Okay. Santa has gone fishing, have fun at the North Pole. So now, if we go here, we see intrusion attempt detected, and we see all of the stuff. Okay. After learning about firewalls and honeypots, Van Twinkle puts his knowledge into practice and sets up a simple website to be hidden behind some firewalls. You can deploy the firewall rules by executing the Van Twinkle Rush script within the directory. Your task is to update the firewall rules to expose the website to the public and find a hidden flag. Okay, so let's do that. Sudo. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Let's go here. So if we say sudo ufw status verbose. Okay, so we see port 80 is allowed from anywhere, port 22 is allowed, 21 is denied, 88 is denied, 8090 is denied, port 80, port 22, 21. Okay, so okay, so one of these is hidden, and I probably bet it's the 8088. So hold on, let me go here. 1010. Oh, hold on. HTTP. Okay, it's changing to HTTPS. Okay. 1010. Okay. So let me try sudo ufw allow 8088. Okay. Okay, so 8088 we allowed. And I'm also going to do 8090. So if I do the verbose, okay. I gotta add the port. You hear my phone. So we pretty much are allowing everything. So now if I go to 8090, okay. Eighty-eight. 8088. Okay, so okay, so I was able to get 8090. Okay, let's see. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. So yeah, I figured it was okay. I said 8088, but it was 8090. Okay, so in one of the stories, so we found it. Yay! Okay, so this was a fun room. If you would like to know more, or you were really excited, check out the network defense hardening room. So I learned quite a bit in this room. I didn't know about the diamond model before this room. I have done network rules when I was in graduate school for a network course, graduate level network course, but I will admit my networking skills have pretty much lacked. But yeah, so it was cool. So this room was really, really fun. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.